We're continuing our Sleep Week series on News 19 this morning, and this time of the year, getting sleep is especially important. We have midterm, spring break, and we just celebrated St. Patrick's Day partying. All these factors could throw off your usual sleep patterns, especially for students. So how much should students be getting enough sleep, and the obstacles they face to get that good night's rest? Back with us this morning, we have sleep specialist Dr. Herpel. Now, thank you so much for stopping by this morning. Now, you brought up how important it is for students to get that sleep, right?
Definitely.
What are we seeing?
Well, I think that if we think a third of Americans today have sleep deprivation of some sort, that includes children. And those that tend to be the most affected are children of adolescent age and young adults, college students. Right. Now, younger children can be affected too because we simply don't realize how much sleep is needed. And children do need 9 to 13 hours of sleep on average, which is less than most adults. And on spring break, we tend to have a lot of fun, spend extra family time. And as a result, we often don't get as much sleep as we probably should during that time that we could be using for recovery.
Okay, so what are some of the tips, especially for those young adults, those college students, and even those high schoolers as they are in spring break mode and then adjusting back to school?
Right. I think the most important thing is to use this time as a time to have a lot of fun, get outside, physical activity, increase your physical activity, which improves deep sleep, and also think about trying to use this time to catch up on sleep. We all have our own chronotype. That is our innate rhythm of when we need to sleep, so our timing of sleep. Some people are early birds, some people are night owls. Night owls tend to have a little more difficulty during vacations, and spring break is one of those times where we may go to bed later and stay up later, and then wake up and sleep a lot later than we normally do. And that can throw us off, especially for the upcoming school week, the next week.
So should we be practicing just sleeping throughout the day, or at least just trying to get those 9 to 13 hours of sleep?
I think it really helps, even on weekends when we're not thinking about spring break, to be able to catch up a little bit on sleep, but try not to alter your sleep schedule too much. Okay. So maybe go to bed an hour later, sleep an hour later, but try not to do this go to bed at 2 a.m. and sleep until noon.
Don't overdo it.
Exactly, because that is what can really throw you for starting the next week back and creating really significant sleep deprivation by the time you get back to school.
Yeah, definitely a lot of changes because they're enjoying spring break, but they also need to get that good night's sleep.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
Dr. Herpel, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it, especially with our Sleep Week series.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, we're going to be putting this on our website later on today at WLTX.com.
Well, good Thursday morning to you. Tomorrow and possibly over the